Here's the conundrum. If I make knives, my arms are too sore, my shoulders especially, but my elbows too, hurt too bad to hold on to my motorcycle handlebars. And if I don't make knives and I ride my motorcycle, my arms hurt too bad to make knives. And right now, I want to ride my motorcycle. So I'm parking the knife making for a while. Probably when it gets too hot to ride this summer, I'll go back into my knife shop and turn the air conditioner on and putter. But that's not really what I want to talk about. I mentioned minimum wage the other day, and I had someone leave a comment, and I know not everybody thinks like I do, and that's okay. But somebody left a comment, and I just want to point out that their logic and their math is flawed. And what he said was, if employers have to pay somebody, and he'd picked the number $15 an hour. I never mentioned a figure. I said a livable wage, and $7.50 certainly is not a livable wage. So let's just use his figure, $15. He said, if employers have to pay someone $15, they'll just cut them back to 25 hours. Okay, let's think about this. You're a person that makes $7.50 an hour. Would you rather work 50 hours at $7.50 or 25 hours at $15? Do the math. And logically, what he also mentioned was it was likely that an employer would just hire 2 employees and work both fewer hours. Well, maybe you're not aware of this, but for each employee, an employer has to pay workman's comp and other forms of insurance and liability and taxes that equal about 30% of whatever he's paying you in hourly salary. So consider that. Do you really think that an employer, just to spite someone making $15 an hour, is going to pay 60% on 2 employees making $15 an hour? Or would he rather employ 1 employee at full-time hours and pay 30%? Do the math. Your logic is flawed. And here's my opinion. I think if you're a business owner and your excuse is that you can't afford to pay employees a livable human wage, I don't know how else to. Minimum wage is dehumanizing. There's no adult that should ever have to work for $7.50 an hour. And if you're an employer and your excuse is you can't afford to pay a livable wage, then my opinion is you don't deserve employees. Work harder yourself, or hire fewer employees and expect more out of them. Pay them a livable wage. There's a difference in the amount of effort, and this is human nature. If I'm getting $7.50 an hour, I am not going to give you $15 an hour worth of labor. And if I'm getting $15 an hour worth of per hour, you're going to get a $15 an hour person. It's just simple human nature. Oh, granted, you're going to have that person that wants to, take advantage of a job. At $15 an hour, you could go through 10 people and find 9 that are perfect employees and get rid of the one that's not. There is no reason, there's no excuse for businesses to get away with paying anything less than what would be considered a livable wage. And by that, I mean enough money to buy your basic necessities and have a home, whether it be a small apartment and a moped and food. But $7.50 an hour, there's just no way a person can afford that. And it's inhumane. It's dehumanizing. It ain't right. And here's another angle I think some people are guilty of. This person actually mentioned, and I don't want to point this person out, but he has a perfectly legitimate claim to his own opinion. And I am arguing with that opinion, but not him as a person. It's just two people with different opinions. That's all it is. I feel like, in his comment, he said that it took him 3 years to get to $15 an hour. And what I'm getting from that is nobody else should make $15 an hour because it took me so long to get $15 an hour. Well, that just ain't right. So you're saying that nobody should do as well as you because it took you longer to do well? That's not good thinking right there. And I think if you'll give that some thought, you'll agree that, what do they say? A rising tide raises all boats. And sure, everybody would pay a little more for stuff. If you go, to McDonald's and those people, again, I'm using the $15 an hour, but let's say it was 13 or 12. People flipping burgers are getting 12 bucks an hour. Sure, you're going to pay a little more for a burger, but are you willing to pay less for a burger in order to get people to work for slavery level wages? I'm not. I'm willing to pay more so that other people can have a better life. Is it going to cost me a little bit? Yeah, but if it costs me a little bit and her a little bit and them a little bit, it's not that much of a pain for us all to absorb a little bit of an increase so that everyone can enjoy a better life. And I will argue with there is no valid argument for paying somebody $7.50 an hour. You can't afford anything. And it's not worth getting out of bed and pulling your pants on for a job that pays $7.50 an hour. That's my opinion. Okay, I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. We have no plans. And I couldn't sleep last night. You don't want to hear about my problems, but my back is just killing me. And I went to bed and my back hurt so bad I had to get back up out of bed. And I went to sleep about 3 o'clock this morning. 3 o'clock, 3:30. Got up at 8. Usually it's the other way around. I go to sleep about 8 or 9 and get up at 3 or 4. So we'll see what happens tonight. Okay, I don't know what else to say. I'm totally against the... Oh, yeah, I know what else I want to say. How is it possible that restaurants get away with paying? Maybe you don't know. Maybe there's some people that don't know this. But me being a truck driver all those years, I came in contact with waitresses every single day. They only pay waitresses $2.11 an hour. And there's no guarantee that they're going to get enough tips to increase their hourly wage to a, minimum wage even. So I don't know how they get away with it. And I think if you paid waitresses, let's just say $7.50 an hour, and then they got tips, you'd have one hell of a productive waitress. Okay, I'm gone. Y'all have a good day. Here's another little dilemma. Not a dilemma. I guess it is a dilemma because I'm stupid. I cannot figure out what microphone will work in this is a GoPro 8. Now I bought this little case that goes around it. It's metal. I like it because it's got metal tangs that you hold the camera on with. And it's got this little dongle that you can plug a microphone into. And you can charge it on this end too. Plugs in over here. So I bought a microphone, a lavalier microphone, that I intended to clip to my motorcycle helmet or my collar and try and talk as I was riding down the road. But it didn't work. So is there a setting? See, there's no manual and there's nothing at all self-explanatory about the GoPro. And it took me forever how to figure out to get the pictures. I gotta open up the side, take the little SIM card, the little mini SD card out, put it in my SD card reader, plug it into my phone, and that is the only way I have figured out to get the pictures from here onto here. Now, there is a way to import them through Bluetooth, and you know, I did it one time. It took me 2 hours to figure it out, and then the next time it took me another 2 hours to figure it out, and then I gave up. I quit using this for a little while because it was so aggravating. It is not intended for technologically challenged boomers. So if anybody can tell me what microphone to buy to use on this GoPro 8 that will plug in there and give me about 6 or 8 foot, you know, even 5 foot of cord that I can just plug into this, and then clip the other end to my, let me show you. I'll show you this. This is our helmets, and I'll tell you where the earphones are. The speakers for the earphones are right here, right above your ear. You got to have these ear pads in. They come with the helmet, and it's Bluetooth communications. The microphone is right here. It's got a speaker over each ear, and here is the Bluetooth. You turn it on, you hold these, and then it connects to the other helmet. That's pretty cool. And we can talk going down the road. So I thought that if I was to clip a microphone somewhere, you know, up here close to about halfway between my ear and my mouth, you'd be able to hear my wife talk and me talk, and hear some of the conversations and the names we call stupid people going down the road. I'm kidding. We don't. We do say, watch out for that guy. He looks like he doesn't see you. You know, we do a lot of, or, you know, if we hit a particularly bad bump, you might hear us go, oh, dear God, that hurt. Which, the other day, Highway 80, my God, they had some holes, some big potholes. So the state's way of solving a pothole is to come back and make a gigantic mountain out of it. So instead of having a pothole, now you have a ski jump. Anyway, yeah, we hit a couple of them, and that's not good for the back. So anyway, if you can help me out, if anybody knows GoPros well, I've Googled. See, I can't afford. I already bought one that didn't work, and I don't know if there's some setting in here I gotta do to get it to go to, you know, a microphone instead of using this microphone up here, or whether that microphone just didn't work and I already threw it away. So it was cheap. It was like 19 bucks, and I was so aggravated that it wouldn't work. I just threw it away. And who knows? Maybe I need to do something else in here. Okay. Now I mean it. Thanks for watching.
To pollinate.
I'll bet you there's a lot of people that have never seen bees transported. This is a trailer load of bee hives, and if you look close, let me see if I can.
Go closer.
You can see all the bees on the outside. That's netting.
Yeah, they're hanging on. Help me. We done slaughtered about 1,000 of them that's in her. Oh, look at all the dead bees. Oh my God, there's a lot of dead bees.
Okay, I gotta drive.
Okay.